Skype died? Who comes up with this stuff? AMD actually listened. They're doing a lot right, including not skimping on VRAM. Live long and use the Force, Luke. NVIDIA is engaged in a galactic war between Star Wars and Star Trek. While today's leaks keep piling up, Gigabyte leaks are scaring Jared. Will Jared's GPU need a widow diaper? Dear brothers and sisters, I do not spread leaks. I make them. It's time for Meta PC's news. Let's go.
Zach, Jared found you some video cards today.
Oh, beautiful. This is an age-old battle. I'm curious what you guys think about Star Wars versus Star Trek, because NVIDIA is pitching a Star Wars versus Star Trek competition.
What?
You could win an X-Wing, or any Star Trek fans? NCC 1701, the Enterprise?
The Enterprise.
Anyone? Themed Founders Edition graphics card for sharing your preference. NVIDIA announced a competition for May the 4th, which just happened. You guys do anything fun for May the 4th?
I watched I never saw the 9th movie, and I watched that.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
So you had an opportunity to go on Twitter and enter for May the 4th, but so it's over. You're not gonna win this card. But I wanna show you these because these are probably equally not great looking cards, I would say. It's hard to make a Founders Edition card look like really sick with a print on it because you have so little real estate to work with if you're not using the little fins. This is an X-Wing, a washed out X-Wing, and of course the Star Trek emblem and the Enterprise at the bottom.
The prints, like you said, they're washed out. Like they're...
Looks a little weird.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they put a lot of effort into
How could they make this better? I'm curious what you guys think. I think a Founders card, that's the main problem. I don't know, dude. Which do we like better? I'm gonna go with Star Trek.
I like the Star Trek one better.
Star Wars.
Lame.
Comment down below, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars or Star Trek? Big question of the episode. Which side do you pledge your allegiance to?
Zach, you remember the Dhahab graphics card? That big gold one that we talked about a couple months ago?
Yeah, I like that. That was a cool thing. There's another one?
Yeah.
Holy crap! The ultra rare and expensive RTX 5090 ROG Astral Dhahab edition will soon get an affordable sibling. Affordable is...
It's an Astral.
It's up to you to determine what affordable means. Yes, it's still the most expensive 5090 on the market, but this version is exclusively designed for one region and one region only. Not the US, I would imagine.
Nope.
This is the case where regular 5080 Astrals and stuff become hard to get, but you could buy a Doom Edition card. A lot of these more amped up cards may increase your odds, but you're gonna pay a little bit more for them. ASUS launched the RTX 5090 Dhahab model 2 months ago and is now preparing to release the 5080 version as well. It's expected to have the same design as a 5090 and some changes to the backplate to accommodate a little bit smaller GB203 graphics card. And as of now, they've not listed it for sale on any regional sites where they would typically appear, but we have a beautiful photo of it.
It looks cool. It's definitely gaudy, but it does look cool.
It looks cool, man. They keep announcing them, which is fun.
I haven't seen them anywhere.
But I've never seen one. I've just seen mock-ups. I'd love to see if this is actually a real card.
Send us one, ASUS.
Come on, ASUS, help us out here. Guys, are you interested in this gaudy graphics card? Let us know down below.
Speaking of Astrals, have you ever seen one naked?
I've never seen an Astral naked.
Look behind you. That's Chris holding the naked Astral. We are finally getting water plugs for the 50 series, and we're pumping out water cooling. Now's a good time.
Now's a good time.
If you want to do a water cooled build with the 50 series.
We've had customers waiting forever to get their water cooled builds, and these cards are coming in. So, just saying. I mean, this is not time for an ad, but this is kind of an ad. Check it out.
Apparently there's some issues. Thermal gel leaking out of the card, especially when it's vertically mounted. And I just bought a 50 series that I vertically mounted. So
I hate it when your gel leaks. Gigabyte's reputation melts alongside thermal gel. These are more cases of that 50 series gel spill issue. Is it something to be worried about? I'll let you decide. Gigabyte was quick to respond to a single case that came out of South Korea, which revealed that in some situations, the server-grade thermal gel used in the 50 series graphics cards may begin to spill. That doesn't sound great when you're spending thousands of dollars on a graphics card.
No, it doesn't.
It's not ideal. Common theme among the affected cards, so if you may be susceptible to this or you're worried, maybe here's what to look out for, is that they appear to be installed vertically or with the GPU facing upward. I'm looking at you, all my height fans that like to mount your GPUs vertically in those sexy, sexy cases. Gigabyte claims that the issue affects only early production batches. Oh, it's no big deal. That may be accurate, but it still concerns owners of the most expensive models, 5080, 5090, 5070, which were sold before any adjustments were made to the gel application. It's unsightly. You spend that much on a card, you don't want it to look like it's covered in thermal gel. One user noticed this spill. Dude, this happened just a week after using the graphics card. First time Gigabyte customer as well. And it makes me want to never have another product from them. Yikes. That's a bad look.
Here at Meta PCs, whenever we hire a new builder, I've been actually documenting the whole process, and I noticed that one of the things that we do is we have them make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with creamy peanut butter.
Naturally.
And all of our builders pass this test.
Yes.
It is the don't put too much peanut butter on.
Right.
But also put enough peanut butter on.
You don't want too much.
Our guys, they know how to spread.
They know how to spread.
And that means it's time for an ad.
It's time for an ad. MetaPCs.com. Check out the site. Just did the homepage. Just redid the ready to ship page. And oh my gosh, look at this. This shows the FPS that you could get on these systems. Isn't that helpful? If you're looking for a pre-built PC, a custom system using the configurator.
We did that one for Big Justice.
I like that kid. He's pretty cool.
This is pretty cool.
5 big booms? Huh? Because the thing they do? Oh no! Rest in peace, we have a death in the family. The Microsoft family. Skype is dead at 22. Man, they just don't live as long as they used to, do they?
No.
Man.
No, so young.
Skype has so many memories for me. I used it for prank calling mostly as a kid. That's kind of what I used Skype for. Microsoft bought it for $8.5 billion in 2011 just to have it be replaced with Teams today. For people of a certain age, it's me, it's most of us in here, probably not you. Jared's a little young. Those of us who are too young, there you go, or too normie, there you go, to have TeamSpeak or Ventrilo habits, to be specific, Skype was for a time the default in communications. It's what we used for when we were gaming with friends and stuff. It was just kind of what we had. And the microphones all sounded like crap because no one had a good mic.
They never got better. Even with a good mic, it still sounded
It sucked. Skype kind of sucked. What needs to die?
Yeah, what software can we just deal without?
Copilot? You want to kill Copilot?
I would love
that. Thing's sentient. I don't want to touch that. We talked about this graphics card last week before, and I said it's gonna be more than 10 grand.
You did?
Here it is. NVIDIA's RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell. This is the bad mama jama, 96 gigs of VRAM, crazy workstation card. It's online now with a price tag of over 11 grand.
Jesus Christ.
It's starting to appear in listings. You've got it in Japan, you've got it in Europe, and according to Twitter, a Japanese retailer has listed the GPU for 1.6, is it yen?
Yeah.
Yen, which converts to almost 12 grand, a little over 11. We also spotted the GPU in a UK retailer, Scan, and they're taking pre-orders of this PNY RTX Pro 6000 for $10,433. So a little bit cheaper if you get the PNY model, I suppose. Last month, it was spotted on a US-based IT retailer, just days after the announcement, for $8,565. You're seeing the price is creeping up. Why is it getting more expensive?
Because Jensen Huang wants shinier jackets, and they have to be custom made.
This is the workstation GPU that you get if you've got stuff to do.
Yeah, if you've got work to do or you want to play Indiana Jones.
This is the one. This is the one. So this card, the Pro 6000, 24,000 CUDA cores, just a tad over it. 188 streaming multiprocessors with 128 CUDA cores each. Boost clock, 2.6 gigahertz. Crazy, crazy.
What game would you play on this?
I would play Schedule 1.
Yeah.
It needs all the VRAM that I can get. I have a big operation going.
Oh yeah, I also found another GPU for you, Zack.
Oh, good.
But Intel this time.
Sparkle finally unveils the tiniest little GPU that ever lived. This is the ROC Luna OC Ultra. It's ARC B580 from Sparkle. Now, the Sparkle card that I had had my hands on before was a blue one, and it looked very weird. This one, they said, let's make it a little baby boy. Check this out. This is the ROC OC Ultra. You've got it in white, AKA Luna. That's how they're called.
Moon.
It's white. Yeah, like the moon. Features a white PCB and shroud without a white I/O bracket. That's kind of weird, huh? Yeah. Why not just go all the way?
Yeah, just go all the way.
Gray fans, and unlike the Titan series, it uses a dual fan design, but it does not indicate it's a lower tier product. On the contrary, it's gonna have the highest clock speeds for the B580 series yet from Sparkle. So this is probably pretty good for your smaller form factor builds.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
or
kinda
if
fun.
you want big case, tiny GPU for the lulls.
Sometimes you got to do it for the memes.
You got to do it for the memes.
That's for the memes. 2800 megahertz graphics clock, 210 watt TBP, which is 20 watts and 10 watts higher than the Guardian and Titan series respectively. Dude, a lot of these Intel cards, MSRP is great and you cannot find them still. So if they're available, what price are they gonna come in at? We're gonna look at like 250, 260, 270. Where do we think this is gonna hit? Let us know.
I'm gonna guess 350.
350?
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
MSRP at 250 to 260, like you said, but realistically, stop.
Yeah, 350 buckaroos for an Intel card. Goodbye. You let me know.
Jared, what would you name this card?
The Sparkle or the Dhahab?
The Sparkle.
Sparkle card.
The Sparkle, I'd go Tiny White Boy.
This is the PNY RTX 5060 OC, $299. Best Buy is the first to list a Blackwell GPU below $300. What universe are we living in? Best Buy has published the first product page for the RTX 5060 GPU. This is the entry level in the Blackwell lineup. The card has not been released. It's expected to launch in 2 weeks. However, some retailers may start offering pre-orders soon. The version listed by Best Buy is this is a factory overclocked PNY 5060. Which, is typically not the case for MSRP models. Best Buy has not confirmed stock availability, of course, because they probably don't have it. They want you to say, oh, my 4060, throw that in the trash. Get a 5060 instead. Obviously, the memory is different. We're rocking with GDDR7 versus 6. Same 8 gigabytes, though. And I think later in the show, AMD has a little spoiler for some of these 8 gigabyte cards. We'll get to that. 128-bit memory bus, same. You've got a little bit more on the TGP, 145 watts versus 115. Price and availability, $299. Will you be able to get it? 2 questions. Who knows?
That MSRP is the exact same as the 4060.
Yeah, dude.
This is the first time we've seen that in this entire release. That MSRP has not changed gen over gen.
You have to be competitive because AMD is not scared to chop your knees off.
They're not.
For NVIDIA. They'll do it.
You know how to keep yourself from getting your knees chopped by AMD?
How?
Hit the little red button that says subscribe.
You see that? It might be red. Some people have said it's white. Sometimes it depends. It says subscribe, just hit it.
Oh my God, I did it!
Thank you so much. Guys, what a success. Intel confirms discrete Xe3 Celestial GPUs are in pre-validation. Now, this is a data miner who found this little rumor, who cooked up this tasty morsel. Recent findings reportedly sourced from LinkedIn profiles of Intel employees suggest that the company has reached a new milestone in Xe3 development. This is what's being posted on LinkedIn. So these Intel employees are like, you know what? I really want to work somewhere else. Let me tell them all this cool stuff that I've been coming up with. Tom Peterson, Intel public representative for Xe Graphics, confirmed that the Xe3 design is complete, implying that the company is now waiting for the silicon samples. Look at that. They're
keeping
cooking.
details tight, it's keeping them big as hell.
And this is the tweet we're going off of with 70 likes. Hey, we got a Zoomer. Hey, how would a Zoomer ask someone to subscribe to our channel?
Hey, please subscribe, because if we don't hit 1 million by the end of the year, my boss is gonna fire me. So if you don't subscribe right now, I get fired.
He's got a really good point.
The Radeon RX 9060 XT is just around the corner.
Ooh, it's coming. Now, this one has been interesting. A lot of speculation on VRAM and some other specs. Let's dig into this. AMD is preparing to launch this new GPU. It's no surprise, we've heard about it forever, suggesting that AMD is working on that 9070 GRE and the 9060 XT cards. The GRE is already announced, scheduled to launch in just a few days. The 9060 XT, however, has not been officially confirmed by AMD, but details have been leaking for weeks, indicating that AMD is preparing for 8 gigabyte and 16 gigabyte models based on the new SKU. It's powered by the Navi 44 GPU, 2048 stream processors, and a Brazilian retailer. And look at it. That's a graphics card.
That's a graphics card.
Looks like a graphics card to me. The spec sheet shared alongside the listing mentions a single 8-pin power connector, but an 850 watt power requirement?
What?
How is that gonna
What?
work?
What? It's definitely
That's probably an error.
850 watts.
What about pricing? No confirmation
No confirmation
on pricing and no indication if the 8 gig model has been canceled. There's been a lot of talk about this, especially with them seeing what's been going on with the 5060 and the lack of demand for the 8 gig model. I don't think they cancel it. I think they've already made a certain amount. They're gonna sell them, keep stock low, focus on the 16 gig. That's what I would say. Very, very interesting stuff. Guys, this is a card that I think a lot of people are gonna be very, very interested in. I'm curious if you are interested in the card as well. Let us know down. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button. I think we've asked you 4 or 5 times in this episode, so if it hasn't been clear enough, we could really use the subs. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time here on Meta PCs News. Do you mind if I lead us out with a song?
Always gonna boom, boom, boom. Never gonna doom, doom, doom. Ohio, Ohio. You got to keep on rizzing.
Can you watch this?
That's the news.
We did it, boys. We newsed.
We newsed all over the place.